Alright, good morning everybody. Monday, June 29th, 2026. We are back in our truck. It took almost 3 weeks, but we got our truck back, so that's a plus. I'm going to feel better driving this than I did in the other one. And as we go about our day, I'll tell you why that truck wasn't the friend I thought it was. Things had changed in the 3 years since I last drove it. But anyway, we've got 3 red barns down to Fogelsville today. They might add a van, they might not. I went in to talk to them. It's still possible, but unlikely. So we'll see what we get, but we'll talk to you along the way and try to talk to you about the trucks and my health issues and all that kind of stuff. So, but we're about to get going here and get our day started, and we'll talk to you out on the road. Alright, so it should be a little foggy yet this morning. Kind of unexpected. It wasn't in the forecast. It's supposed to clear off. The sun's supposed to burn it off, and we're supposed to have a sunny day today, about 86. But then the furnace turns on, and by the end of the week, we're going to be pushing triple digits and heat indexes of 110. So. But this morning we're starting out a little bit of fog that I would guess in an hour or two is going to burn off. But anyway, making our way to the red barn, and we'll let you know if it's crowded or if it's wide open when we get there. All right, well, we are here. Sun's trying to pop through this fog already. Somebody just turned in a blue Dodge pickup truck. Might be our old owner-operator who left for a different company. He might have seen me and decided to stop. I don't know, but let's see. Who is here? All right, one guy. Looks like he's buttoning her up, ready to leave. So we will take his spot. I prefer to use that one. Once he leaves, I will get over there. Hopefully he goes soon. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, that one's just, it's an easier hose to work with, so I want to use that one. But well, you know the story. Swing around, back her in, and hook her up and load. So we'll talk to you hopefully after we get hooked up and do our paperwork. Alright, so the guy in the blue Dodge pickup truck, that was one of the co-workers that had recently retired. In fact, he used to drive this truck on the shift that I'm working now, and he retired and I got this shift. So we were out here talking for a little while, but he had to get going and do whatever it was he needed to do today. So we're just about done loading up. We still got the place to ourselves, and we'll soon be out of here and heading on down the road to deliver this first one. All right, so we just came down the Lehigh County side of the Blue Mountain. We're on our way down there to deliver this first one. And the fog burned off down here on this side of the mountain, unless there was never any fog down here to begin with. Sometimes Schuylkill County side, the coal region up that way ends up foggy, but down this way is not. So don't know for sure if it was foggy region-wide or just foggy up our way. But anyway, we got those clear blue skies I was talking to you about, but I can already see the haze building. This is going to be a hazy, hot, humid week. Well-advertised heat wave coming, like I told you in the opening driving segment. Temperatures Thursday and Friday are going to be pushing 100 to 102, 103 on the thermometer itself, and then adding in the humidity for a heat index, going to be up close to 110. So it's going to be a rough week, but we get through it. This is my kind of weather. I just don't know how I'm going to react to the heat now that I've got this Crohn's disease, which really laid a whooping on me, especially with that red truck that rode real rough. That was really causing me some stomach discomfort. This truck rides so much smoother, so hopefully we'll feel better and we'll want to start doing more videos again. I don't feel all that bad this morning so far. What I found out though is the stomach pain that you get with Crohn's disease is different from the stomach pain you get when you have gas or something like that. Tums doesn't work on this kind of stomach pain. I have to take Tylenol, and then that'll knock it back some. So whole different ball game with inflammation in your intestinal tract. That's what's causing the pain, and that's what Crohn's is inflammation and stuff in there. And so it's laying a bit of a whooping on me at times, where I got stomach discomfort, stomach pain, and tiredness and fatigue. But so far today I'm feeling pretty good. So I brought the cameras out because we're feeling good, and also because I haven't done a video for you guys since we went down to Reading when we did that new customer. So like I said, hopefully being back in our truck makes a difference, because it is a much smoother riding truck. That truck was built for logging. It was built to haul 120 to 120,000 pounds out in the bush on dirt, mud, rocks, and whatnot. So it didn't ride well at all, and as such, it really caused me a lot of pain. So hopefully we'll be in better shape now that we're back in our truck. All right, so we are down here with the first one, and we'll see what we've got going on here. We got one car we gotta wait for before we can turn here. Got a lot of freight haulers lined up here. I don't know if it's going to be a busy freight hauling day, or if they just arrived early and can't pick up their loads yet. Because that's what they usually do. They sit back here, they check in, and the load's not ready, so they go around the block, come back in here and sit and wait in the driveway until they can get into a dock door. Well, it looks like there's only one truck here today. That's the guy that I was waiting on up top there to load. So he is here. And we just go down the line, turn around, get ourselves on the pad, and unload. Looks like it's going to be a good day so far. A lot of trucks sitting in here waiting to get dock doors. Good thing we're not stacking up tankers here. There wouldn't be room to stage to wait till we could get onto the pad to unload. Now, like I told you in a previous video, okay, come on, let's go. I don't like to do that hard turn up top there by the pad, because it just puts a bad twist on the trailer tandems, and I don't want to do that. So we usually go down there and try and turn around with a softer turn when we can. It doesn't always work out, but when we can, we try to be gentle on the trailer tandems. So now we back on, do our computer paperwork, and unload. It looks like we're going to be able to at least get this one unloaded without waiting. Alright, so just like up top, that guy left as soon as we got here, so we were able to get right on the pad. We were able to start loading right away, but now another guy just pulled in. He's going to back on, so I can't talk to you too long, but we were able to get started right away, and we're unloading as we speak, so hopefully the other two loads go the same way, and it'll be a good day today. Alright, so we're empty and we're out of there. We're making our way through the industrial park here. Wait for that one car. We make the left here now. These tracks were super bumpy in that red Mack. Let's see how they are in this thing. Oh, much better. Much better. So we got 2 more loads to do today, and I don't believe we're gonna have the van load because I didn't see any text messages from dispatch, so I don't think we're gonna have that van load today. He told me when I went in the office, he said that it was doubtful. So I guess we're gonna do 3 loads of water and then that'll be our day. But she's already warming up. She's already 80 degrees. It's been 2 weeks since I've done a video and now I don't exactly know what to say to you guys. I talked to you a little bit about my medical issues, talked to you about the truck, and I'm glad to be back in this one because it rides so much better and drives so much better. It's going to be kind of a nondescript day with just doing 3 red barns to Fogelsville. Somebody mowing grass on a 0 turn. Those are fun to operate. I don't know if you guys saw him. He's in the shadows there under the trees, but commercial mowers are out today mowing the grass here in the industrial park. Don't need high Jake brake. Whoa, look at this dude. He wasn't gonna wait for me to go through the intersection. Now, let's see, it's almost impossible to make a right turn on red here because there's so much traffic. It just keeps, well, I don't know. No, it just keeps coming and coming and coming. I don't think we're going to be able to. Let's see what we got. Well, actually, maybe we will. Maybe we will. Oh no, this dude flying. Now we got a truck coming and he's rolling good too. Now we'll be able to go after this guy goes by. Usually you don't get a chance to make a right on red there because there's just so much traffic, but it wasn't quite so bad this morning yet. But anyway, making our way up there. I gotta go get the second one. Alright, so we're just about to our turn here, and this is almost as much fun as coming out. Trying to anticipate if anybody's gonna come up over that little knoll there out of that dip. So nothing yet. Sometimes we just get into the turn and somebody pops over that crest of that hill, but this time we did all right. Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking. Coming out more so, but even going in, you never know when a little four-wheeler is gonna pop up over that crest of that hill, and then you got to gas on it to try and get in here on the quick because you don't want them to T-bone you. Some of them are cooking, some of them are doing 60, 65 mile an hour, and they can get on you pretty quick, but yeah, it's not the best intersection in the world, but we do the best we can with it. But anyway, heading back up here to the barn. I don't know if somebody might be in here. I didn't see that driver come out yet, so he's probably still up here loading. I don't know if anybody else is up here with him, so we'll see when we get here. Alright, so I'm zoomed in pretty hard. I don't know if you can see it up there, right at the edge of the grass and the tree line. I got a deer out there in the middle of the field. She was just moving, or he, too far away for me to see if there's antlers on it, but it's standing there right, it's not at the tree line, it's in the middle of the field, but it's right there where the grass and the trees meet as far as our perspective. And he's just standing there watching because they're cutting and furrowing that high grass. Now he's moving a little bit again, and now he turned around. Now he's walking the other way. You should be able to see him now as long as he doesn't keep walking toward us. There he goes. But I can't talk to you outside the truck because the well owners are here and they're doing some work. But yep, there's one deer out there in the middle of the field just roaming around. But we're here loading the second one up, and just as we got here, the guy that was here on the first load and the guy that was down there when we got there to unload was just leaving. So timing out pretty good today. So I'm loading as we speak, and we'll be out of here in about 10 minutes or so. All right, so we're loaded and rolling, and there is a bit of a change of plans. After we take this one down to Fogelsville, we're going to come back here to the Red Barn, and then we're going to take one over to the Allentown Airport. So I did get a text message from dispatch somewhere on the ride up here asking me if I would take one over there. So there must be a need for water over there. I know our one driver, one of my better friends here, he had 2 to Fogelsville and then 2 over there scheduled, so they must need the extra that they're going to run me one over there. So not a problem. It kind of adds a little more interest to the day. Instead of doing all 3 to the same place, we'll take one over there to the airport, which means we will go down 309 100 and then we'll jump on to 78 East and then 22 East over there to Airport Road. So we get to show you a little something different instead of just all 3 of them down to Fogelsville today. All right, making our way down. Looks like it's going to be a 50-50, partly cloudy, partly sunny day. I thought it was going to be sunnier, but this is good. You know, it gives us an interesting sky day, so a little more interest in the video for those who kind of like looking at the surroundings as well as listening to me jabberjaw. I like interesting sky days when the clouds are dramatic. Just adds another dimension to the video. So you gotta watch this turn. You always gotta wonder if those four-wheelers are not wanting to be behind the truck, you're gonna shoot out in front of you there. That guy stayed put, but sometimes they will. So you can't come blasting down that hill and around that curve because you never know what somebody's gonna do. But anyway, keeping on. We may bump into our buddy over there at Allentown when we do that 3rd load, depending on how things time out. Because like I said, he had 2 down to Fogelsville. He's gotten those out of the way, so he was just going in the load when I was coming out. Take his first one to Allentown. So till we get back up there to load our Allentown, it may be perfect timing that we'll be right around each other's time frame. So we may bump into them at the well, or we may bump into them over there unloading. But anyway, I guess we'll talk to you down at the plant. I'm assuming that it's still going to be running well. Things can change and it can turn in a heartbeat, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it's still going to be running well. All right, so we're unloading. Busy, but not too busy, because that guy left that was up there at the well, the one I've been like right behind all day long. He left again just as I got here. And now again, another truck is going to be coming in. So not going to be able to talk to you long here, but we're unloading. And we're going to go up, use the restroom, and then get done here and head back up to the Red Barn and take that next one over to Allentown Airport. Now the sky sure is pretty today. It's one of them, almost a Chamber of Commerce type of skies. The puffy, billowy, fair weather clouds, as they call them. I guess they're cumulus clouds or cumulonimbus. I think cumulonimbus is the thunderstorms, but it's just a pretty sky day, like I was telling you. And I kind of enjoy doing videos when the sky has a look like this to it, because it, like I said, it adds interest and dimension to the clips, as opposed to just a solid gray overcast or a completely cloudless blue sky. So it just adds interest to the shots. But we are going down the KOA hill here, coming up on the Jordan Creek. It drops down off this little plateau And we meet up with the Jordan Creek, which I've showed you in past videos. Now you can't see it so good in the summer months because of the vegetation on the trees. But I know I showed it to you in the winter time when it was completely frozen over, back when we had all those sub-zero and single-digit temperatures and snowfalls and stuff. So, but yeah, you really can't see it that much now because everything is all fully leafed out and green, and that's the way I like it, but it does cut down on seeing some of the roadside stuff that you would see in the winter months when the trees are bare. But yeah, just a beautiful day. Truck says it's 86 degrees, so other than the humidity part of it, it's a beautiful day out today. So keeping on. Heading up there to the Red Barn, see if anybody's in our way, and I shouldn't say in our way, see if anybody's in there loading or not, and then we'll do what we need to do there. All right, so loading up the third one that's going down to Allentown, and we've been running a wave of luck all morning long, because every time I get here, the guy who is loading ahead of me was buttoning her up and leaving, so no delays at all today on either end. None up here, and none down at Fogelsville, and we won't have one over at Allentown because usually there's only 2 trucks running it, and I know where he's at. He'll be coming back up here to load when I'm over there unloading, so we're in good shape today. So beautiful day. Can't ask for much better. Everything going the way it's supposed to be going so far, knock on wood. Hope I didn't jinx myself, but we're doing good today so far, so we'll talk to you on the way down there. All right, rolling the double deuce here. Got off 100, got on the double deuce. You know, I like to stay in this left lane until we get past this Tillman Street get on ramp, the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and the 309 get on ramps, because it's just a heavy traffic area right in here. You got 3 ramps back to back to back, and some of them have short porches, so there's not much of an acceleration lane, so it's just better to stay out here and roll this lane at least until you get past 309. And once you get past 309, then it spreads out just a little bit and you can run that right lane, unless you get behind somebody that's afraid to drive on 22, and that happens a lot. There are people that are deathly afraid of this highway but still use it, and they'll do 40 or 45 mile an hour in that right lane because they're scared, but they don't want to run the city streets because of all the traffic lights. So it's one of those highways where you don't know what you're going to get. Out in this left lane and people want to do 80 miles an hour. You get over that right lane and make room and let them go by, and then you get behind somebody doing 40 miles an hour. But so far it looks like that right lane moving along pretty good. Once we get past this get on ramp here, then we'll probably slide right. No, we can't, because I got one coming up on my right here. Sometimes it's best to just ride this all the way across, and I've done that. Depends on the traffic, but this guy's gonna pace me. I can't move over, so I've got no choice but to stay out here. Now, I don't know what he did, but he drifted off onto the shoulder. See, now I just can't get him to pass me. I don't know if you can see him in that right fender mirror. He would just get in front of me, and I'd move over and get out of everybody else's way, but he just kind of riding right along with me. He's not even paying attention. I glanced over my shoulder, and he's fiddle farting around. I don't know if he dropped something on the floor or what, but maybe I gassed on it and kind of get close to the zipper there. Come on, dude, what are you going to do? You going to finally go? There you go. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to get away from my right side there so I can get over here. All right, here's our exit. And yeah, traffic moved along really nice all the way across. Now the other side looks like it's starting to jam up already, and that is to be expected. And it will be jammed up probably a little worse when we're done and empty and get ready to leave. But The eastbound side rolled real nice all the way across the valley. No delays coming over here. Anywhere between 50 and 60 miles an hour. The only glitch was that dude in that black car that just wanted to kind of ride alongside me there for a couple miles. And once he figured out what it was he wanted to do, then he took off and got out of my way so I could move over. So, but we're getting off on the airport road here, 987. As soon as we get off here, it's best if we can to get left as soon as possible. But now I see the floodgates open because the traffic light down there didn't work out in my favor. So we're gonna see how this plays out. But I got to get in that left lane because I have to make a left turn up here at this next traffic light. This little blue car, he jumped over there because he didn't want to be behind me. But no harm, no foul. The other one's laid back a little bit because I left my turn signal on. So, but yeah, we got to get into this industrial park here, so we got to use this postal road. And looks like we missed this light cycle. So we're gonna have to wait, get ourselves an arrow. We should be able to make it through. Usually 2 trucks can make it through, or 3 or 4 cars in a truck can make it through. So I got 3 cars in front of me, so we should get through it either on green or on yellow. All right, come on, let's get her going. Let's get her going there, Mr. Bulldog. There we go. See, I figured green to yellow was how we were gonna get it. I know how that light times, and let's see. 1 car came through behind me. Now, if only, just once, I would love for an airplane to be coming in to this runway when I was coming down this road here, because that would be so cool, because they would only be about 30 feet above the road before they touch down on that runway that is right there to our right. And I think it would make for an awesome look in a video, but we have yet to have it happen. Whether I've had the cameras with me or not, I have yet to come in here and had a plane go over my head. It just has not ever happened. So, and now we wind our way around this industrial park. We've got to go all the way to the back end of it, almost back to the Lehigh River, and that's where the plant is that we're going to unload at. So we'll talk to you when we get back there and get hooked up and start unloading. So looking at that sky, it almost looks like showers want to pop up. And the TV weatherman said this morning that there may be a stray shower around, but National Weather Service did not mention it. So I don't know, but it's getting humid, and when it gets humid and the sun's out, it kind of stirs up the atmosphere, and sometimes things pop. So I don't know, maybe we see a shower before we head home, but the skies, they look like they're boiling a little bit, and I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to be a mostly sunny day when I started out this morning, as I mentioned to you guys, but here we are with maybe a rain shower on the way home, and clean the window up anyway. But we're unloading here, and once we're done, we'll have to fight the 22 traffic to get back out there to 100 and head on home for the day. All right. So we're empty, making our way back out through the industrial park and going to get on the 987 south for about a quarter of a mile, if that, and then fight our way back on the 22 westbound. I have a feeling that will be kind of jammed up, so we'll see how that is when we get out. Right now it got pretty dark here. I could almost take my sunglasses off, but I know what's going to happen as soon as I do. The sun will come out. Yeah, that happens a lot. You get under a dark cloud and I take the sunglasses off, and then 5 minutes later I get out from under that dark cloud, and then I need the sunglasses again. So we are just going to leave them on. I can see it is not that dark out. So Nothing coming from my left. Nothing coming from my right either. Not that I really encroach a lot in oncoming traffic, but sometimes it scares a few people when you come out and just nip that yellow line a little bit. You got the Amazon yard goats moving a lot of trailers here today. Well, there was a plane over there, so they must have got freight in, and now they've loaded trailers up and sticking them in the yard now for somebody coming. Ooh. Grab that extra brake and make the trailer hop. So, yeah, there's a FedEx plane in there. I don't know if the camera gonna pick it up at all. Maybe a little bit. 2 FedEx planes and a Prime Air plane. So the Prime Air plane is open, so it looks like they're unloading. So they're probably sticking them right in those tractor trailers, taking them over to the yard for the road guys to pick up and take wherever they need to go. But yeah. So we make our way out of here, like I said, get out there to Airport Road and get on the double deuce and semi-crawl our way westbound. Once we get past MacArthur Road, 15th Street, then she'll open up and we'll roll a little bit better. But all right, back out here, Airport Road. We just came off where that Estes truck is driving. That's Postal Road, and loops around the back of that runway like I told you guys on our way in. Otherwise, it'd probably be a straight shot into the industrial park if it wasn't for that southeast to northwest facing runway. So, let's see what we got down here. I can pretty much guarantee that she's a crawling. Yep, it'll be worse later, but she already slowed down. Looks like there's some decent gaps in the traffic to get our way out, but then again, what was a crawl is now becoming a stop. I think we can get out behind this rollback. Yeah, that four-wheeler actually moved over a lane. But this was to be expected. What'd I tell you up at the Red Barn? I said we'd probably get done down here about 2 o'clock. It is 1:54. So pretty good time estimate on that. But yeah, a lot of traffic comes off Airport Road there and Shainersville Road and 378. And so that kind of tightens things up here early. So some of the rush hour bottlenecking starts about 2 o'clock, which is where we are right now. And if I get somewhat of a chance, I would like to get out into that left lane, because then we've got Fullerton Avenue and MacArthur Road and 15th Street to worry about up here. I don't think we're gonna. Traffic pretty tight behind us too, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get over there or not. And we're starting to pick it up a little bit now anyway, so maybe we'll be all right over here. All right, so being back in our truck again means having smaller fuel tanks, and having smaller fuel tanks means having to top off for my night shift partner. And in all technicality, I wouldn't have to top off for her, but with the other truck, I would come back at the end of my shift and I would barely be off the full mark. With this one, I'm down 3/4 of a tank, and there would be plenty for her to run, but I just prefer to top it off. So the other one didn't need to be topped off, but this one, and I usually do top it off. So we're gonna pull into the station here and get some go-go juice for her, and then when we get back to the yard, we'll put some DEF in it, and she'll be all topped off tonight, so that she'll have full tanks for whatever she's gonna do tomorrow. actually, there's not a whole lot of traffic in here. Sometimes this place is all choked up with cars and trucks and everything else, but not a whole lot in here today. So that's good. All right, so we are all fueled up and we are ready to go. Now let's see. Right now there's nothing coming out of Tamaqua, so we got a clean shot out from... Oh, we got a motorcycle coming. All right, we still got a clean shot from the north, but we got a motorcycle coming from the south. Now we can go. Now look at the wheels on that Jeep that's behind that Prevost RV. I've never seen anything like that. That's crazy. That's a nice RV, but I don't know what's up with those wheels on that thing. Looks like a lady driving it. I don't know. Maybe it's a guy. Let's see if I can get going here before Frito-Lay comes at me. There we go. He's probably going to go into the easy market there anyway. Well, the RV is following me. He's going straight across. He's behind me. You ain't going to see him, but he's behind me. But that Jeep, that Wrangler had like 22-inch wheels on it. That must be some kind of a show Wrangler. Certainly isn't one that would go off-roading. But anyway, we're done. We're heading back to the shop, put DEF in it, and I'm thinking about trying to wash this thing because it sat for 3 weeks over at the Mack dealer, both inside their shop and outside their shop. A little bit dusty, a little bit dirty. Thinking about trying to wash it as best I can. So we'll see. But anyway, we're making our way back to the shop. We'll talk to you a little bit more before we head on home. Alright, so we're done, and we did wash the truck. I'm not sure that was the best idea in the world right now with me not feeling the greatest, but I was actually feeling halfway decent today, and it was kind of cloudy when I was coming in from the fuel stop, and I thought, well, my night shift partner and I have agreement. She keeps the inside clean, I wash the outside, and it's worked so far. So she cleaned this inside up since we got it back from the shop, and I figured I would wash the outside up since it was at the shop, get all the shop dust off it and everything. But boy, oh boy, did it kick me in the backside. Now I'm all sweaty and tired and not feeling the best. So we're gonna get out of here after I do a quick post trip and head home and get a nice cool shower, and hopefully that'll make me feel a little better. So, but we managed to get a video for you, the first one in 2 weeks, and we'll go home and work on it sometime this week, and we'll try to get you another one as well. So, all right, I'll talk to you in the next one.